Hello Possibility Team, Become Music. I'm making this video to share an experiment with you that I wanted to do with you today. And since you guys are busy in other things and you couldn't come to this space, I'll just record this and leave it as a record and as something that you can do this week or next week or when you have the time, or it'll be at least recorded as an experiment that we can do sometime. I'm gonna shift around here. Okay. So I'm at the edge here of the forest, between a soccer field and a forest, and I found this really awesome space where I can be more loud and I can really take up space in the soundscape without worrying about disturbing anybody. And I'll just jump right in. I already warmed up my throat, so make sure that you warm up this before. And this experiment, I'm gonna navigate it. I've never done this before. I have touched it on the glimpse, on the edge of it, but I haven't actually done it intentionally as an experiment. And it's about singing from the feeling, singing from the feeling or the emotion. And the purpose of it is to allow for more flexibility in your vocal cords, to find that spot where you can stretch or move away from what you are familiar with, something that you can escape the monotony of your voice by going into your feelings and expressing it and allowing the throat to move in ways that you are not familiar with. This is I've been doing a communication, I don't know what to call it, communication training, where we get to the space holder of the training. He tells about the melody of the voice and how for most of our life we play with this set of chords, this set of piano keywords, and then we get comfortable with that, and then we do all of it from there. And when in reality we have all of this range of like 40, 50, 60 keywords to play with in terms of our voice. So you can speak going like this and very, very deep, and you can talk like this, and this is even something that you can do talking like this, and it's something that's part of you too. And that's something that is part of your range. And same, you can go and like speak in the form of like deeper, and as deep as you can go. This is also your voice. This is part of your voice. And at first I felt a little bit uncomfortable doing those things, and like there is this sense that it feels fake, or it doesn't feel authentic. But what I'm bringing into a space is that I was familiar with only playing this set of chords and not going into playing like the keyboard over here, the piano. So this experiment will be about how do you use your emotions and your feelings to bring yourself to these parts of your vocal instrument that you don't play so much with. And maybe as a musician, you probably go to those places yet, and this is a way of going into it consciously. So I'm going to do so the experiment will be again for 3 minutes. This is our favorite time. It gives us enough time to push beyond that 1 minute when it starts getting uncomfortable, or when your things start really settling. And then it gets to 2 minutes where you get to really practice that thing, being in that space. And then 3 minutes where you get to be really push past the comfort zone. You get to push past the comfort zone and you get to stick with the feeling and emotion, or you get to go through a few shifts or cycles of your feelings, so that you can get to experience the variety and the different parts of the experiment that you're doing. So this will be called singing from your feelings. It's something similar to estellating your feelings. When you estelate your feelings, when you go at like 100% rage for no reason because you choose to, that's estellating your feelings. And when you go like with your fear, when you estelate your fear, so this is pushing on that edge. And the chief, the what you're gonna do for this experiment is you're gonna turn that vocalization into music. You're gonna change that and turn it into music. It could be sounds, rhythms, vibrations, and it could also be words if there is words, and to just let that be alive there. And we have done some of this in the past. There is some experiments like this in the past, and the difference with this one is to use to bring the intensity level higher. So instead of singing from 10-15% anger or sadness, you're gonna bring it to 30, 40, 50%, and let the music emerge from there, from that space. And right away I feel fear of going into this space, because I have never done it this way intentionally. I have never recorded it, so I don't know how it's gonna go. And I don't need to make any notes right now. Notes are good. They've been recorded. Okay, so you set up your timer for 3 minutes. I'm gonna use the timer in the screen to know when it's 3 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and start this experiment. And for this experiment, I'm gonna use my fear. And I don't know, this is another question. That do you use only one feeling, or do you move with the feelings as they come? Do you go from fear and then you express the fear and then move on to the next one? That could be different variations of this experiment. And for this experiment, I'm gonna stick with the fear. So I'll be doing 3 minutes of fear, singing from my fear, and at a high intensity. And I'll just wait 10 seconds to start with the time. After you're done, keep your lips closed and let the energy circulate. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't have to sound like anything or be good or be bad. It's an exploration of your vocal cords and of your sounds from your feelings. This is all information that's coming from your feelings, and it's really something that can create a lot of value about, and it creates a flexibility. It creates something here that when you hear yourself making these sounds from these raw feelings, uh, it creates a completion that you can hear yourself doing those sounds, and you know that it's yourself, you know that it's you, and it creates a sort of completion inside of your energetic space. So this is the purpose of this. You can also, you saw me, you can bring in your hands, you can bring in your body movement, and it doesn't have to sound like anything. Just stay connected with the feeling and with the emerging of your voice, the sound coming out, and just let that be alive for those 3 minutes. And after you're done, keep your lips closed. You can keep your eyes closed or open, however you feel comfortable. Not comfortable, but however it is for you, whatever is the experiment that you're doing. And this experiment will start creating, amplifying the range and allowing you to go into places where you are not familiar to go into in your voice image, the how your voice sounds, the range that you allow yourself to go into. So if you do this a few times, you implement it into your practice of singing or of warming up, or into your possibility thing to become music, then you're gonna start experiencing an expansion of your voice and in connection with your feelings, and also tuning in for a scanning of other from sounds from other people, so you can hear if somebody is, when they're speaking, if they're speaking from their fear or speaking from their sadness or their anger. So that's it, the experiment for today. Thank you for watching. This is singing from your feeling, or stellating your feelings with singing. And this was with fear. You can do it with anger, with sadness, and with joy. And you can also do it for all of them, like allow each one of them to come alive as they go. And the distinction for this experiment is that it's a high intensity. Try to go high intensity, to not stay at a 15-20% comfort, but to go really, 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 really high in intensity, as high as you can go. And remember to don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, and don't get arrested. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy this, and until the next time.